Hi, my name's Jennifer James, and this is my persuasive speech. I want to talk to you about the use of Ibogaine being legalized for the use of treating addictions. According to the Journal of Legal Medicine, Ibogaine is a root from Western Africa and is used by the Betwe tribes in their spiritual rituals. However, in 1960, Howard Lotsof and his friends discovered that while experimenting with drugs, they used Ibogaine, and the next day their cravings for heroin were gone. Howard Lotsof then decided to do an experiment with this drug for people with addictions and found the success rate very high in combating addiction problems. Scientists feel that the altered state of consciousness that happens while the person is under the influence of Ibogaine is one of the key contributing factors to the success rate of Ibogaine and the treatment of drug abuse. Patients feel that they're better able to cope with struggles that they face after using Ibogaine, and they say that a lot of times during the treatment of Ibogaine, they see traumatic events from the past and how those sequences of events have contributed to their substance addiction. Currently, Ibogaine is a Class 1 drug, which means the government does not feel there is any medical purpose for this drug or medical use, as well as it has a high potential for abuse. Despite this, all but 8 countries have legalized the use of Ibogaine for experimental medical purposes. In 2011, 16.4 million Americans aged 12 years and older, used some form of illicit drug or psychotherapeutic drug illegally within 1 month's time frame. Now, these numbers are huge. According to the National Health Department of Health and Drug Abuse, the chart here that I'm going to show you, there we go, shows that heroin in 2002, the use was at 400,000 people using heroin. In 2012, that shot up to 650,000 people. That's a huge number of people abusing drugs. And the numbers are just climbing from there. Despite this, despite these staggering numbers, only one drug has been specifically developed for the treatment of addiction in the last 20 years. And this drug is Suboxone. According to the BBC News, a neuroscientist and addiction specialist named Deborah Mash came across these studies of Howard Lotsoff's and the Ibogaine. So she contacted Howard Lotsoff, and together in 1995 they decided to study the use of Ibogaine for the treatment of addiction. They had the FDA's full backing support. However, the pharmaceutical companies denied the grants because there was the lack of financial gain to the pharmaceutical company, because Ibogaine is typically only needed 1 or 2 times to treat an addiction problem. So Mash decided to open her own research institute in the Caribbean in 1996, where she studied 300 people with addiction problems. 70% of those people, after undergoing treatment with Ibogaine, were free of their addictions. These numbers are fantastic and very promising for the use of Ibogaine. The Journal of Forensic Science in 2012 stated that to date, only 19 people have died under the use of Ibogaine. However, 14 of those patients' deaths were caused by their pre-existing conditions. The treatment of addiction is woefully poor in the Western world. Within 150 years of studying addictions, abstinence rates after 1 year are no better. Those rates are 25% for alcoholics, and only 10% are abstinent after 1 year, 10% of people with opiate addictions. Something needs to change. And the studies show a very promising future for Ibogaine. However, we just need to get the government on board and people on board to legalize this for the treatment of addictions. Thank you.